Welcome back. You're watching Investors Guide in ET now. Thank you for staying with us. We brought in Suresh Surana again this week because you sent in so many questions on tax. Suresh, thank you so much for coming in. Let's get to our first question. Ravi Raj has written in from Bangalore. He took a joint home loan with his father, but he tells us the property is in his father's name. He wants to know, can he claim the tax exemption now, even if he's the one who's paying the EMIs? Suresh, obviously, the tax exemption will depend on where the EMIs are coming from and which bank account, but what do you think he can do about it?
Mr. Ravi Raj, since the property belongs to your father, and just because you have taken loan and paid interest on that by itself would not be eligible for any tax reduction. Only if the property is jointly owned, or if father gifts you part of the property, and then you have also basically paid the loan in respect of that, then that may be eligible, but not in the present context.
Vinoy Thomas has written in. He is an NRI working in Bahrain. He wants to know if he needs to pay short-term capital gains tax of 10% on the profit he earned on shares that he sold from his NRE demat account, even if his income in India is less than 2.5 lakh rupees. I think, Suresh, at this point, he's confusing his income tax with his short-term capital gains tax. Do you want to set him right on that one?
So, Mr. Vinoy, there is a short-term capital gains tax in case you are selling the shares through the recognized stock exchange and you are paying the security transaction tax, and the rate is applicable is 15%. The rate is not 10%, by the way. And secondly, in case of resident, they have the opportunity to claim the basic exemption up to 2.5 lakh rupees. They don't have to pay any tax. But in the case of non-resident, you cannot claim the the benefit of basic exemption. We also do not have any double tax avoidance agreement with Bahrain. So basically, you will have to pay tax at the rate of 15% on the short-term capital gain what you are getting on the sale of share through recognized stock exchange.
Alright, so last question on the show. R.V. Rao has written in. He is the Karta of a Hindu undivided family. He has two daughters, both of whom are married right now. He wants to know if those two daughters of his are entitled to inherit property from him. If so, he wants to know if he can invest in ELSS or life insurance policies and claim a tax rebate if the funds have come from the Hindu undivided family funds. Suresh, what would you recommend he does?
Yeah, Mr. Rao, under the Hindu Succession Act, there was an amendment in 2005. So the daughters, including married daughters, are treated as part of the HUF. And you would be entitled to claim the benefit under the HUF for Section 80C up to rupees 1,50,000. The investment in ELSS as well as any life insurance premium which is paid by the HUF for its members are eligible. However, investment cannot be made in Public Provident Fund or National Savings Certificate by HUF. But subject to that, all the other eligible investments are available to you for the investment by HUF.
Alright, Suresh, thank you so much for answering our questions, because that brings us to the end of Investors Guide. Remember, if you have questions about tax, savings, spending, anything to do with your money, email ID is at the bottom of your screen and you can reach me personally on Twitter. Thank you so much for watching.